This is my final memory before waking up with the most impressive hangover of my life. The queer community and drinks in Phoenix, Arizona never disappoint. I'm back visiting Phoenix for a few days. This area was one of my first stops on my Queer Across America adventure. Unfortunately, I set out on the road in 2020. You might remember something a little catastrophic happening that year, which, along with so many other people, really f***ed up my plans. 5 years later, I want to see all that's changed since the pandemic era and if the queer community has survived and thrived. The Melrose Curve is the biggest queer neighborhood in the city. It's where all the bars and a lot of queer-owned businesses are. Oh, and Filiberto's, the greasiest, nastiest, greatest food. Right away, I noticed new establishments like Title IX, a sports bar that focuses on women's sports. Love how bars like this have been popping up in some states. Boycott continues to thrive as one of only 37 lesbian bars in the US, which is a crazy low number compared to the 200 in the 1980s. It's so hot out here. I don't know how anyone functions, and I have no idea how I used to live out here. It's awful, and it's like 10 a.m. I'm not sure if this little tucked away area is new, but I definitely haven't seen it before. Window Coffee has a couple locations in the area. I talked to one of the managers there, and I was happy to hear that the queer-owned business is doing so well that they're opening up even more locations. Stacy's is one of the trendiest bars in the area and a staple of the Phoenix queer community. Check out my previous video for a detailed breakdown about all the queer bars in the area, some recommendations, and fun highlights of each one. I wander over to Pat O's bunkhouse to play a quick game of pool with a friend. The bartender laughed when we said we were looking to play pool because apparently they got rid of the table years ago. Shows just how long it's been since I last visited. I made a detour to the downtown area to play some games. Phoenix loves its barcades, and Cobra is always a good time. Also, Marvel vs. Capcom is the greatest game ever, and it's always a pleasure to kick my friend's ass. After a few drinks and many quarters spent, we go to Charlie's. Surprisingly, I'd never been to Charlie's, even though it's one of the most popular queer bars. I had way too many drinks, and for some reason, I was really weirded out by how long this restroom was, to the point where I felt it necessary to record, apparently. The next morning, I'm struggling to exist. The 90-degree heat at 8 a.m. is homophobic and not hangover friendly. Thankfully, the hostel I'm staying at is stocked with complimentary breakfast food. This is my first time ever staying at a hostel. Hotels in Phoenix can be really expensive depending on the season, while this hostel was only $60 for a private room. It also came with free breakfast and this little cat friend. I always thought hostels were going to be scary. Sharing spaces used to not be appealing, but now I see it as a way to not be so lonely while traveling. Hostels are perfect for travelers, especially when solo. Let me give you a quick tour. There's a couple rooms that connect straight into the kitchen, which I think is pretty weird, but I hope I'm not making too much noise. I really love this book they have in the common area for visitors to sign and tell their story. Most were comments praising the hostel cat. Don't judge me for having second breakfast. This hangover is no joke, and I really, really missed authentic Mexican food. A tattoo artist that I had been following on Instagram for years finally opened up his books, and it happened to be during the days I was there. I had to make an appointment. It was one of the best decisions, but I will never, ever get another tattoo while hungover again. It was a brutal 5-hour session, but God, I am in love with the result. I'm happy to see that the queer community in Phoenix continues to thrive. I truly believe that it has one of the strongest LGBTQ plus communities that I've ever explored. Queer-owned businesses continue to pop up, the people continue to be welcoming, and the resources are always there to take care of each other. If you're enjoying my queer travels, please subscribe to my page to stay updated. And for an interactive map of queer places, join the free tier on my Patreon.